For anyone who had looked at the 5 most recent starts for Sean Newcomb and Blake Snell, it appeared likely that runs would be few and far between on Tuesday night. These two young hurlers lived up to the billing, and the runs were about as scarce as they could be as the Braves eked out a nail-biter, 1-0. Newcomb continued his recent run of impressive starts, going 6 scoreless and outpacing Snell, who allowed only 1 run over 6 1/3. For the Braves, it was their 20th win of the season, and they retained their position in first place. Their longest losing streak of the season, which topped out at 3 games, is now a thing of the past. Newcomb and Snell both kept their opposition scoreless in through the first 2 innings. Both worked their breaking pitches effectively throughout, but in spite of this, both pitchers had issues with escalating pitch counts. Snell looked like he was on his way to another scoreless frame in the third, until Ronald Acuna positively destroyed a 3-2 slider into the left center field seats. To say it was majestic doesn't quite get the point across. That's 3 home runs for Acuna on the season, and each has been equally pulverized. After the Acuna bomb, Newcomb and Snell continued matching each other pitch for pitch. Snell had a little bit of extra help on his side, and this is actually not to vilify the umpires, the BABIP gods, who frowned upon the Braves throughout the weekend series against the Giants, continued their vendetta. In the 4th inning alone, a rocket from Suzuki was nabbed by Rays third baseman Matt Duffy, and a liner to right required a diving catch by Carlos Gomez. It looked like the Braves would be able to push a run across in the top of the 5th, as Charlie Culberson ripped a leadoff triple to the gap in left center. Unfortunately, an Ozzie Albies strikeout was followed by consecutive groundouts from Acuna and Freddie Freeman, and the opportunity was squandered. By the home half of the inning, Newcomb had fully settled in, and it showed. He was spotting his newest toy, his changeup, beautifully, and keeping the Rays guessing. Once again in the 6th, the young lefty hurlers matched each other with scoreless innings. This would be Newcomb's final inning, as his 108th pitch of the night was a flyout off the bat of Wilson Ramos. Snell followed Newcomb out of the game after getting the first out in the 7th. The home run to Acuna was the only blemish on his line, but his offense didn't do him any favors and he left in a 1-run deficit. A bizarre scene ensued in the top of the 8th, as an Acuna pop-up hit the top roof and bounced back into play. Despite being ruled a foul ball, as the ball crashed back to earth, it bounced up and hit Adeiny Hechavarria in the face on the ricochet. He stayed down for several minutes and was pulled from the game. After play was resumed, Acuna lined out to center, and the Braves were able to coax 2 walks off Stanek. Jose Bautista had an opportunity to add an insurance run, but struck out on a check swing. In the bottom half, A.J. Minter came on for his 16th appearance of the season and retired the first 2 batters before giving up an opposite field single to Gomez. Snit called on Dan Winkler to face C.J. Cron, who ripped a deep infield single that was somehow snagged by Albies before Gomez could advance to third. Winkler was unfazed, however, as a gorgeous fastball on the inside corner froze Matt Duffy to end the threat. Everyone in Braves country likely took a trip down memory lane in the top of the 9th, as old pal Johnny Venters took the mound for the Rays. Venters' perseverance throughout his recovery from 3 Tommy John surgeries is beyond admirable, and it's wonderful to see him back on a major league mound. He worked a quick top of the 9th, inducing 3 grounders in 7 pitches. A-Roddy's Vizcaino came in to close it out, which is always an opportunity for Braves fans to get their heart rates up. Viz has been known to provide some fireworks in closing situations, and wasted no time in making it interesting, immediately surrendering a single to Ramos. The Rays provided another piece of nostalgia for Braves fans, as Mallex Smith came on to pinch run. Denard Span looked as though he had roped one over Albies' head, but Albies made a fantastic leaping grab, and a rocket throw to first caught Mallex too far off the bag for a crucial double play. Vizcaino wasn't quite done making everybody sweat, and issued a walk to Brad Miller. After a mound visit from Chuck Hernandez calmed him down and helped him center himself, a pop-up from Jesus Sucre closed this one out. Fresh off his marvelous start against the Mets last week, Julio Teheran will take the ball for the Braves tomorrow night. Provided nothing changes, he will face another Rays lefty in Ryan Yarbrough. We hope to see you tomorrow. In the meantime, you can wake up tomorrow knowing the Braves are still in first place, which is a very warm and fuzzy feeling.